Pat the Sound Guy here again. Got a new problem we can solve today for this customer. This one came in about a week ago. I haven't had a chance to get to it yet. I've been quite busy with a few other machines. You know, it's Halloween, it's getting close to winter, but people are really starting to think of their snowblowers now, which is good because I'm getting busier. So this problem here is caused by the impeller assembly not stopping when you let go of the handle up here. If you let go of the handle, the brake is not engaging and stopping this assembly, and there's a little bit of drag on that belt, and everything keeps spinning down in here, and that's dangerous. We don't want that to happen because, well, when you let go of the handle, it should stop dead completely within maybe a revolution, maybe. So we're going to start and show you how to fix this problem. And it's not as simple to fix this cover as replacing the cover. There's a few things you got to do to make this problem go away forever. Otherwise, this hole is going to be worn in the new cover. So let's get to it. And remember, before you start any work on one of these machines like this where you're yanking on belts and pulleys and spinning it over with the pull cord to be able to get belts on and off, make sure you move and pull that spark plug boot off so this thing can't start on its own. And also leave the throttle lever all the way down so you've got double protection, because that grounds out and that's a shut off. And also you've got double protection with this boot off here. Safety first. So I've already started by removing the cover and getting the belt off of the pulley and that sort of thing. And that's where we start from there. Now, next thing you do, we have to remove this 3/8 head bolt down here, and that'll remove this cable down here. And you can see that with the light the way it is today, the way the light's shining. There it is, you can see that kind of down in there. So we'll take that off once we get this off of here, and then we'll split the machine. I'll show you a trick for getting the machine apart by yourself without having the whole machine fall apart in your face. Alright, here's my special trick. This is how you get one of these machines apart, split the cases, change belts really easily, without having to have the whole handle assembly and engine fall over backwards. So, this is a motorcycle cam buckle tie-down strap. I love these. These are great. I use these for tying down lots of things. They're quick and easy when you don't need something too heavy. So you clip on the handle up here, from the chute down here, and now we give it a good pull and make sure it's pulled together. Now we take our handy dandy socket handle. In this case, I'm going to use my little DeWalt. There we go, 1/2 inch socket on extension. Wish I had a camera person, but anyway. Then when you pull out all these bolts, this guy will stay together without you have to have 4 hands. And there you go. Now, if you want to split the whole thing a little bit, make sure you pull the belt off the pulley. You can just push that cam buckle in just a hair, and then the machine comes apart without you having to have, see, like one-handed, pull the machine apart and it stays just enough apart. You push that cam buckle and all thing stays. Nothing falls over. Piece of cake, man. Piece of cake. So there's a couple of things that causes their issue. Now when you let go of the handle, this is supposed to come back and return with this spring down here. This brake is supposed to hit against that back of that belt. No problem. But there's two things that happen here. Sometimes the spring isn't quite heavy enough to pull it all the way back. You get a bit of drag and a bit of rust in behind here where this mounts onto this chassis. So that makes it rough. There's a lot of friction there, and it doesn't quite return as it's supposed to. Also, secondly, when that cable pulls on this to engage this idler, to put tension on the belt to make this work, if you can't get enough slack in the cable to make this return and not catch up on that cable, for this not to have clearance. So when you have let go of the handle, this brake is just slightly away from that, like this, and it will just not do anything. So what we need to do is we need to take this pulley off. We'll get the impact for that, and we need to take this arm off and slightly bend this inward that way so it sits on the belt properly when you let go of the handle. Simple as that. But you got to take the whole thing apart to get to it. Now, if you notice, I've already got grease on there. I put the needle on the end of the grease gun and I greased that all up nice, so now there's no drag like there was before. It's just dry metal on metal. So now all we got to do is bend this guy here that way slightly. So we'll grab our locking pliers. No, they're not vice grips because they're not made by vice grip. I do have a real pair of vice grips down there. I like those. I have a smaller pair there. Okay. So all you got to do is bend this that way here. Done. All that work, just do that little thing. Let's put it back together and see what we get. Now, if you notice, where I bent that in a little bit now, that sits right on the belt, and with that little bit of grease, this returns exactly how it's supposed to, with the right amount of tension on that spring. And now, let go of that handle. That's going to rub on that belt just great. And there's lots of grip there, and that'll keep that from spinning, and then that won't wear a hole in the back of that cover. So we'll get this all back together and let's see how this works. So another issue with this belt cover having a hole worn in it is that it also prematurely wears out and destroys your belt. So you pull that off, and see that cover is supposed to push that belt this way and center it on the pulley, such. So if that cover isn't there, never run these without the cover for any period of time, if you can help it. That belt drags on this pulley sheave here, and it'll burn that belt out in no time flat. Burn big grooves right in your side of that belt. So that's why you got to have that cover in just the right way. Be like that when you let go of the handle. All that work just to replace a simple plastic cover. But that's what makes the job done right. And it's safer now, because that wasn't working before. So now it works as it's supposed to. That's the way.